I'm interested.
I would say personally, I believe that if a woman have one person that she's in arrangement with and he's taking care of her, right? That's way much more better than banging random dudes in the club.
Are you on any
No.
websites?
No, that brings another question. Why would I date someone old with money when there are so many young guys with money?
How did you meet
'Cause
your
they're easy.
ex? The one that stole his
dating
car?
apps? We met on dating apps, and I think dating apps are something great because I would personally not date someone from my work. I would not date someone from my gym. And if I want to expand my circle, dating apps is an easy way to meet new people who are in different industry, they have different interests. That's the future for
Okay.
me.
Why did he take his car back?
Yeah, why would he do that?
Can I ask?
Because he wants me back, but
whose name was the car in? That's my question. Is it
His
in your
name.
name? His name? Damn. Girl, gotta give it your name.
Yeah, so question, because you said that you put a man first and then fun and then a career, right?
yes.
If I'm not mistaken. So what are you actively doing to keep your man? I mean, if he's taking his car back, you must have fucked up.
I left him, but I kept the car.
Why'd you leave him?
Honestly, I didn't felt like this is my one and only and I want to have kids with him. I believe that I'll meet a person that I want to spend my whole life with.
So you wanted to keep the car after you left him?
Of course, it's a present to me. Like if I
See,
make a present to
That's
you,
why I respect women in the East. Because like they can be very honest about like I am here to take your stuff and goodbye. Yeah, makes sense.
So you just didn't feel like he would. What made you say that he wasn't gonna be the one?
It's just a feeling. I do believe that I have a certain qualities that I want the man to have.
What
And
did he
if
not
I
have?
have-
What did he not have that made you say no?
A little bit of this Eastern European spirit, I would say.
So you don't think before you bought the car, you could have told him that? Before he bought the car for you? Say, hey, listen, buddy, you know what?
honestly-
This is going good and all, but you're not my type.
Honestly, I think
Before the car?
it takes a few years to live with someone and being in a relationship to actually get to know this person
Yes.
and have an idea, do you see your future with him or not?
I'm confused. You said he doesn't have an Eastern European. Well, explain that. What does that mean?
So I would say I'm very dominant in my character,
Okay.
but I'm also very submissive. And then
And I'm a
that
smart
comes-
retard.
That comes, like,
Doesn't make sense, bro.
I'm not gonna be submissive to every man on the street.
Okay.
You need to show me that I can be guided by you, so I can be submissive. Because if every guy on the street is like, do this, and I'm like, yes, sir, like, where is my character? I treat everybody the worst, and then only the strongest survive.
Amen.
Bro, honestly, Myron, she's Russian. She's Russian, bro. She's Russian.
Yeah, if he
you're
does, he does. Fuck it, yeah. Bro, what the
Chris from Rumble.
Shout out to Chris. Candace, that's CEO of Rumble right there. Shout out to you, Chris.
Hey.
Candace, what do you think about Rumble as a platform? What do you think
I
about
love him.
Rumble?
I know Chris. I
You know
know
Chris?
Chris. Yeah,
Okay.
we've done an event together in DC. He's great. And his
Okay.
vision is
Shout out to Chris,
amazing.
man.
He's here in Miami, right?
He should be here soon, actually.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
And then we'll do questions for girls?
Oh, they have questions for Candace?
Yeah, for Candace.
Okay, because I know she's got it. You got to dip out soon, right?
Yeah, I'll
Candace?
take some questions
All right,
before I
let's do
dip.
it.
Let's do it. I'm an
ladies.
open book. You guys have been an open book, actually. Very productive conversation, I think. Very productive.
Okay.
I'm still shocked that Ms. Bulgaria.
I won't even sleep about the dog
Bulgaria,
walking. I'm gonna be
like,
Hey, you'd be surprised. Married couples do it too.
you walk two dogs at the same time. You're like a
No, I'm just saying, like
Okay.
within their relationship, you'd be surprised what people want to do.
This
Like
world.
people are just, especially in the Black community. That's what I really
What?
love helping. Yes.
black community getting
Yes.
dog walked the most.
That's
I didn't say
bro.
not necessarily dog walk, but
No,
you'd
we
be
don't. That
surprised
sound like white
with,
people acting.
with no, I've had couples that want to, because I do swingers parties as well. So it's
but
like,
not the dog walking. That's
no, not the
that's
dog walking. With,
always
with
been-
Black people. No, no.
Is it normally
it's been
Caucasian?
mostly, yes.
And you want a man?
Yes.
Well, listen, man. You
From
need
the
help.
mountains of Caucasus.
So, guys, this is a very anonymous questionnaire. So, if you want to raise your hand and say because you wrote the question, it's fine. You can. Do you think that being a woman with conservative values these days makes you miss opportunities from the new? Who wrote this shit, man? This shit's terrible.
For the
I'm
new
the
here, I'll
only-
read it.
Okay, yeah, good. I don't know what you're saying in the background.
6 makes you miss out on opportunities from the new life opportunities, and what if it doesn't work with the man that you sacrificed it? Missing new potential wife or life
I'm
opportunities.
talking about cash flow.
Yeah, I think I thought it was you right around here. I started putting your
strong
head.
set of reading
Yeah, I was like, yes,
Only the
this
strong
is.
understand what you're saying.
No, I do not feel like I'm missing out at all. Actually, I think that getting married was the first time that I felt like my whole life came together and I knew my purpose. And having children, like I was like, nothing else matters, you know. And I always want women to unlock that in life, because when you realize, like, I think before, you just don't know what you're doing. You just don't know what you're doing. You're trying to stay alive. You're trying to pay rent. You don't know who you are. And then when you meet your person, you become the most secure that you will ever be in your entire life. Like we were talking about this earlier on the show, where it's like, you can't take anything from me. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody, I don't care what the internet thinks, nothing, because when your life is in order and your family life is in order, like, you have everything. You have everything.
Damn,
That was sound.
interesting.
Okay.
Do you believe someone can truly change once they find God or religion, even if they have a promiscuous past? Alexis?
Yes, I actually was thinking about that. Can you remind me of your name?
Enola Blaze.
Nola?
Enola Blaze. My real name's
Enola.
Kayla.
Kayla.
Yes.
So I was thinking about that with Kayla, because I had a former porn star on my show, and you should definitely watch that episode. And she transformed her life. She has kids. She's married, and she just came to her faith. And it was a really interesting conversation to talk about, you know, the industry, same thing, drug addiction, everything. And then she just gave up her life to God, and you know, met somebody at church who just wanted to know more about her. She was very open about, you know, her life and where she came from. And now she has like 3 kids, you know.
Damn.
She's been married to him for years, and what brought them together was faith. And I think that it is such a strong tenet, and people turn away from it so much. But what God can do in your life when you give up your life to God, I've seen it happen. If you want to see a miracle, turn to faith.
Wow.
And I want that for you, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna pray for you, Kayla.
Thank you.
Just hopefully she don't go back. Okay.
She won't. She's been sober for 3 years. She's got this.
What
I
advice do
believe in
you?
you. Thank you.
Sorry. What advice do you have for young women who turn to OnlyFans for solely financial reasons? What else could they do for money?
Literally anything else. You're not going to have a life of comfort. You're not going to have a life of like whatever you see on Instagram. I mean, I slept on friends' couches. I actually had a friend, ironically, in Miami who, like, we were best friends all through high school, went to a club one night, and our luck somehow ended up with, like, meeting, you know, Wyclef and Lil Wayne, and she just turned the whole life. And I remember I was so broke, and she was living in like a condo in Miami. We were in our early 20s. I was visiting her coming from school, and she gave up school, you know, sleeping with everybody, Drake, you know,
shit.
but she was living in, like, you know, imagine I'm like 20 years old, and I was 19, I think, and she was living, it just looked like she had so much, you know. And
Where's she at now?
well, I'm gonna update you on
Okay,
her story
okay,
real
okay.
quick, right? And she was so innocent, but then she just was effing everybody, and every rapper was paying for her. And I remember vividly crying on the phone with my friend named Devin, and I was just like, it's so unfair. She has everything. And it's like, if only I just slept with this guy, like I could have everything that he has. And he said, Candace, if you think that in 10 years your life is not going to be better than hers, you're out of your mind. Promise you, stop being friends with her. After I just couldn't look at her do this to her life anymore. And 10 years later, almost to the day, I was with Charlie Kirk. We walked into the Four Seasons Hotel in Los Angeles, and she was the hostess.
Wow, working.
Oh shit.
So it's, you know, you make a deal with the devil, and then
Who recognized who
guess
first?
what? We both, we were
Oh, immediately
literally
recognized.
best friends.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, like inseparable sisters, and like the temptation, the money, the whatever from that one night. And she threw herself at the rappers too. Like it wasn't like it was Wyclef Jean. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't like he was being like, she threw herself at him, whole thing. And it was wild. And actually, funny enough, then I went and started working out of school, and I was working in private equity. And my boss got married, and he wanted to get Wyclef Jean. So I hadn't seen Wyclef since and then I saw him, and he said to me, I'll never forget this, in the elevator, I am so proud of you for where you ended up in life. And like, because he just knew that I was the friend that said no.
Wow.
She was a friend that said yes. And so when I say this stuff to women, I understand how easy it is, and I understand how hard it is to like get off your feet. And I was the person crying, being like, oh my God, it could be so easy. But I'm telling you, like, it's just not worth it, you know? Like, it's not worth it. The person that you can attract, there's